Reframing Mindset podcast, where I clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day.
Okay, welcome back to the Frame Mindset Podcast. My name is Constant Brooks, and this episode I talk about dream job versus dream life. And what I realize is that so far, boom, I actually have two jobs. One of them, both of them, is not my ideal job per se. But what happened was that it brought me access to closer to my dream life. And then not only that, what on this journey, what I realized is that do I want a dream job? Do I want, remote working experience give me the thing that 8 hours of doing that work is really frustrating and all those stuff. So maybe one of the things is that when I actually get my ideal dream job, all these kings and all the frustration that I have about the 9 to 5 experience will actually come out and all those stuff. And then that's why that maybe eventually what happens is that I will know to actually demand what ideally I want from the job as I get higher and those stuff. Cause that's the thing, what one of the thing I understand as well now why the work experience gets more important is that not only become more assertive, the longer you are in the working world, the more you actually see the inner working, see what you like or don't like, and then boom, when you go to the interview now, then you actually have more competent answers to their questions because what happened is that you actually gone through the field and see that okay, I didn't like this, I didn't like that. So when they ask certain question, you can basically give them a better answer to be like, okay, yeah, I would much prefer this and all those stuff. So that's the next thing about having the experience on your resume, where is not only a say to say that okay you're in a job, but you have gone through various experiences with different companies. That's why that's one of the so you know what you like and didn't like, and there's a reason why you actually come to the new company. You're actually looking for something in the new company that the previous company lacked and all those stuff. So now those questions become way more competent, and then boom, at one that if the job employer actually likes you, they actually be out there trying to actually provide you those benefits that you want and all those stuff. But the important is that you actually learn as you go. So even if you say, boom, I know what I would want, I don't want, and the job provides that, and you like it for a while, then eventually, boom, you don't like that again. And then you say, okay, I want this change and all those stuff. And the company is like, no, I can't do that. Try to give you that change. I kind of will be afraid this change and all these stuff. And you have to actually either work with that or find a better different job and all those stuff. And then there's adverse communication. So I realize is that, the work to the dream job is a long journey, but as well the dream life is a journey as well. So that's the thing where I realize that you might not get your dream job, but the thing is that you have a dream life. Once you finish at 8 hours, you have other things that you want to do as well. You have that vision of your dream life. If you have a vision board and all these things that you do, you have that vision. And that vision board does not include work all day and all these things. So what you can do is use the job that you're blessed with to build your dream life and build dream skills. And then not only that, the job that you're going to is not your ideal job, but there are certain skills and all those stuff that you develop on the way. And then what happens is that boom, you get the money, and then boom, you're really part of your dream life and all those stuff through the work. But next thing is You're building various skills that basically make you more marketable to a higher job that you may be more preferable to, and make you more flexible. That's the various avenue that. So you start off low. You may not start off with a high paying job. You start off with a minimum wage job, but with a minimum wage job actually teaches you is just basically how to reach to work on time, how to work, how to make money, what getting paid feels like, what to do with the money, what how to live, how the pay to paycheck work. You know how to stretch a dollar. That's the value of that. You don't like the minimum wage job, but those are the lessons that you learn from it. And eventually you reach a point where you can actually upgrade to a higher paying job than that. Not a big paying job, but a higher paying job than that. And then you not only get that higher paying job, you not only know how to stretch a dollar and all this stuff, but you learn new stuff and then boom making more money as well. So better skills, you're making more pay. It's like a big upgrade, it's like a bonus for you. It's like you're in heaven. And when you're in heaven for a while, and then boom, after a while, it flattens out because you get used to it. That means that all the lessons from that stage actually there, then you have the option to actually see how to upgrade and all these things. And and the way you're making money, you're building your dream life. So boom, you're using money to build up your home, invest in getting your license and all those stuff, invest, say, okay, I'm going to go back to school and all these things, everything and all those things. So you're building up work experiences, you get learning how to use money, but you're also building up other things as well. So boom, your dream career is to be a mechanical engineer. You're actually building up things on the side while you're actually just working these jobs that is not your ideal job. It's actually just getting you closer and closer towards it. And then um so that's something that you realize where when you actually do that now, focus on not if you can get your dream job, you can focus on getting your dream life. What happens is that eventually what will happen is that you leave when you leave the job that you don't like, you basically coming back home to a dream life. And I guess this foreshadows one of my future episodes, but I can just mention it here. But one of the things is that one of the time that I'm working, and it was so frustrating doing the work, frustrating, and that 8 hours and all those, so frustrating and all those things. And then and that's the thing about this work, it's really frustrating because in this big company, very different personalities and all this. And what happens that once I leave, cause what's the thing about when you're working at a big company also, you're in this confined space and you for 8 hours and you feel like you're gonna be there forever. And it's so frustrating to work and because you can't just basically get everybody on board and what happens that boom you just leave and then boom you just come home. And when I come home, I basically look at my home and I look at the home and I'm be like, oh my God, bro, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, bro, to basically can leave the work and come home to this nice home and all these things. I'm so blessed because what happened was that when I'm in the working part of it, I'm so frustrated and all those stuff, not realizing the blessings that I have is the fact that when I leave, I come home to this nice place that I actually put the groundwork in. And it's like, damn, I forgot about that part. So that's the thing where you may not get a dream job, but you can build a dream life from it. And sometimes when the frustration of your not dream job is going on, then you can always remember that, oh my God, my dream life is actually at the end of this 8 hours. I remember that, oh my God, how blessed I am to the fact that actually I can do something like boom, take a drive and go to my home and get a nice rest and then be reset again and come back again for work and all those stuff. I can not only do that, I'm more marketable to actually find a better work if the frustration of the work comes on all these stuff. These are the options that I have. So it does basically reframe your certain days when you have this frustration, you can reframe it to be like, oh my God, not realizing how blessed that situation that I'm in. No one just appreciate that. Mm. So that's basically for this episode. We're saying that you come out of maybe university or whatever, or you basically start from the bottom. You're not going to basically start with it. Sometimes if you're not in here, if you're not in the top of your class or whatever, you're not going to start out with the best hand. But you have to just use the hand that you're. Even if you're sometimes you at the best class, top of your class, you may in a situation where you're in a place where you're going to be underpaid and underemployment and all those stuff. Best to just make use of the hands that you've been dealt, and then what happens is that you have a vision of the dream life that you have, and then use the hand that you're dealt to build your dream life. And what will happen is that it's compound until eventually you can make a move to get your dream job and your dream life as well. And then when that correlates, then you can make the transition and all those stuff. But the fact that you actually start put in the work before you actually reach your dream job. When you actually reach your dream job, it's actually compounding because you actually doing your dream work, you're making your dream money, and then you come back home to your dream life, and you're so happy, and your family seeing you so happy. Because you come home and enjoy your dream life, you provide a dream life to your family, and then boom, you come back to work to your dream job again, and it's like, oh my God, bro. You're living a dream. You're living a dream, and your family seeing you living a dream, and it's like, oh my God. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. So that's basically for this episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter @ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.